Hi everyone, this is Dr. Phil Nguyen with Happy Clinic Denver. So I thought that because the election is on the topic of everyone's mind, I thought it would be kind of fun to think of what would happen if Donald Trump came into Happy Clinic. What would I do for Mr. Trump? So we're going to start off with that, and I'll probably do my next one with Hillary Clinton and maybe Bernie Sanders, and then after that, Ted Cruz. So I'm going to start with Mr. Donald since obviously he's getting a lot of publicity out there with some of the crazy things he's saying, and um, you know, he's quite a character. That's all I'll say about that. I don't want. I'm trying to remain as neutral as possible. But, anyways, I think if uh, Donald Trump were to come into my office, I would be ecstatic to get my hands on his face. I'm sure I looked at pictures of him of what he looked like when he was younger. I'm sure he was actually pretty decent looking. But I think I can help him out right now, and maybe garner him a few more votes in the process if he were to come to Happy Clinic. So let's start at one of the first things I would do. So the first thing I would probably do is his glabellar lines. Do you see that? Those lines are so deep, and it makes him look angry and makes him look kind of mad. Um, he needs a little bit of a kinder, gentler face, and not be so mad at the world. Anyways, I would start off with some Botox in his glabellar lines, at least 20 units, probably more like in the realm of 30 to 40 units, because they seem pretty deep. So the next thing I would do for him is, do you see those bags under his eyes? Um, I'm not too happy with those. They make him look tired. Looks like he hasn't had a lot of sleep in a while. So I'm gonna fix his under eye bags. One of my favorite things to use for the under eye bags, typically I'll use Restylane for the under eye bags. Um, the other thing that I normally use too is Voluma, because it lasts longer, because I can go into the cheek area and kind of lift and pull things this way so that the under eye bags don't look so bad. So let's start with his right under eye bag and fix that. And then we're going to go to his left under eye bag and fix that. And in the process, I also gave him some Botox as well to soften those crow's feet, probably at least 12 units on each side of his crow's feet to soften them. And if you look at his face right here, he's actually kind of asymmetrical. His left brow is high, his right brow is low. You can actually see his lid right here, whereas he's got some drooping of his brow over his right eye, and you can't see that lid. So I'm going to raise his right brow a little bit with some Botox so that he's a little bit more symmetrical. So watch this. Voila! So I gave him a little bit of a brow lift right there. His brows are a little bit more symmetrical. You know what? His eyebrows are a little bit unruly. I'd probably send him to my esthetician to kind of shave that a little bit. Um, I think it could do a little bit better. It's just these wiry hairs going everywhere, which I'm not a big fan of. The next thing I would do for him is obviously this part of his face is looking a little bit old. I mean, understandably, he's 69, probably looks pretty good for 69, I think, but he's definitely got some jowling and he's definitely got um, this submental fullness or this double chin area. Definitely doing some Kybella in this area will shrink that fat and tighten that really nicely. So let's see what would happen if we did some Kybella in that area. Voila! Wow, pretty good, huh? So, we shrunk that fat with a few sessions of Kybella. He's got a straighter, much better looking jawline. And I'm going to sharpen that jawline even a little bit more. Typically what I'll do is I'll throw Voluma right along here in this jawline in the back right here. And what that Voluma does is that it pulls that jawline a little bit sharper and makes it a little bit sharper, because when we're young we have a beautiful sharp jawline. If you look at pictures of yourself when you were 20, you had this model like jawline. But as you age, your jawline kind of just runs right into your neck, especially around late 40s, and that is one of the signs of aging, and I can actually help you with that. So come in and see me if you're not liking your jawline too much. I can sharpen that up to the point where it can actually cut paper with that jawline. So let me see what else would I do. So last but not least, he's got some nasolabial folds. I'll throw in some Juvederm there, the nasolabial folds, to soften that up. See that? So one of the things we did too to that jawline and that chin area, let's see. Let me kind of show you what I did there. So, he's got this downturn of his mouth. I don't like that. That just makes him look sad. I mean, it looks like he's angry at something all the time. And, or just, I don't know. He just looks very upset. And who wants a president that's going to be upset, right? You want a president that's going to be happy. So at least, Donald, let me try to make you a little bit happier. I'm going to fix a couple things here. So I'm going to turn this corner, this downturn of the mouth up a little bit. Personally, I think his lips actually look pretty good for 69. Maybe he's had some augmentation there. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But his lips look pretty darn good for 59. I'm going to soften that a little bit too, to give him a little bit larger lip. I think he could do with a little larger lip, because as we age, our lips kind of fold in on themselves, and we lose so much volume there. So watch his lips and watch the downturn of his mouth. I'm going to give him a tiny bit of a smile there. So a little bit of a Mona Lisa smile to kind of soften him up. Well, that's what I would do for Mr. Donald Trump here at Happy Clinic if he were to come to visit me. You know what? I think he looks pretty good right there. I took him back a few years, and he still looks natural. He doesn't look like a housewife of Beverly Hills. Anyways, thanks for tuning in with me today for one of my what if sessions. So shout out to Mr. Donald Trump. If you want to look a little bit better, come by Happy Clinic Denver for your treatments. Take care. This is Dr. Phil Nguyen. Bye.